Good morning, welcome to the next podcast of Andy Collier-talks cricket memorabilia. Hope you've all had a good week and I hope you enjoyed Warwick Milne's trip round his rearranged inner sanctum up there in Bolton last week. Some fantastic photographs in there, I have to say. The 1902 panorama was a particular favourite of mine, I have to say. Some lovely photographs of Bradman. So well done, Warwick, and I hope we see many more from you. So well done up there in Bolton. Anyway, this week we've got one thing turned up this week, this cricket form at a glance, 1878 to 1902, and the Australians in England. First edition by Home Gordon. You've got to like statistics really to be in this book. I'm not a great statistical lover, but there's some quite good ones in there. A nice forward by Lord Hawke. But I've since learned that he wasn't a particularly well respected statistician really, but he was loved down at Hove, down there in Sussex. And in fact, Arthur Gilligan actually awarded him a county cap, believe it or not, and he didn't even play the game at first class level or anything like that. So quite an unusual thing to happen, but he was obviously ensconced in Sussex cricket down there at Hove. Anyway, onwards and upwards, and I don't know if you've got the latest email catalogue from Tim Knight. I noticed some team sheets in there. Pakistan Indian team sheets, they're very popular these days. I have to say, it looks like the Pakistan India memorabilia trade is gathering pace. So that sort of got me looking at some of my team sheets. I've actually only got one team sheet, Pakistan, which is 1962. Missing two, unfortunately. We're missing Mohammed Hussain and Ijaz Butt, but quite a nice item there. I didn't have to pay anything for that. That was given to me by Mr. Frith, so pleased to have that one. But so there's plenty of others, so I've not got them all obviously, but here today, and we've got a nice one here of the South African band tour, Mike Gatting. What year was that? That was 1980 something that was, but nice one there of the Rebel tour to South Africa, captained by Mike Gatting, that caused a bit of a furore. A nice one here of the Centenary Test 1980, the Australian team there. And there we got, who have we got here? We got a nice one here, 1966-67 Australian team, captained by Bob Simpson, recently departed from the cricket world, unfortunately. Another Australian one here is the 1964 team, captained by Bob Simpson again there. Nice team sheet. Well, these are quite popular. These are still make a reasonable price at auction, I have to say, which is quite surprising. 1953 Coronation Australian team there with led by Lindsay Hassett, and then the West Indies one here, 1992-93, Captain Richie Richardson. There's a couple of West Indies ones. I do like the ones when they are sign them on hotel sheets, but these are official sheets, these ones. 84-85, this is MCC England tour to India. Nice one there, led by David Gower, a famous victory there over there in India. Gower and Gatting and Fowler had a great big partnership. 82-83, this is the one last time I went to Australia in 82-83. This is the England team there. If we got there just to see the Melbourne Test, the last day of the Melbourne Test, which we won by 3 runs, and hopefully, well, I am going to Australia this year and I'll be watching the Adelaide Test match, so looking forward to going down to Aldinga and what have you with Andy and watching the Test match. Couple of nice MCC West Indies tours here. This one 1974, captained by Mike Dennis, Jeff Boycott's favourite player. Not. Couple more we got here. We've got another West Indies one here, 1959-60, captained by Peter May. Nice set there, Ken Barrington, dear old Ken Barrington on there. And another Australian one here, 1958-59, again captained by Peter May. Nice team sheet there. These are all pretty good condition, I've got to say. Nice one here, the Cricket Museum in New Zealand. New Zealand versus Australia at the Basin Reserve, Wellington, March 1946 reunion, held during New Zealand and England Test match at the Basin Reserve, 6th to the 10th of February 1997. So you've got a nice set of signatures on there. We've got Walter Hadley, Len Butterfield, Eric Tyndall, Merv Wallace. That's the New Zealand players. And you've also got Bill Brown, Ron Hammonds, Ian Johnson, Ken Mullerman, Keith Miller, and Ernie Toshak. And with some other guests at the bottom there of who have we got at the bottom there? Martin Donnelly, Bert Sutcliffe, Alan Davidson, and Neil Harvey. So that's quite a nice, rarish set, I should think, that one. Quite pleased to get hold of that. And a couple of Surrey ones here. This one here, 1957, the great Surrey side that conquered the 1950s. Stuart Surridge, nice set there. And I think probably one of my favourite ones is this is 1945, I think, this one, 46. I don't think it goes back as far as 39. It's a lovely set of Surrey ones with the R.T. Holmes and R.J. Gregory. We also got on there the Bedsers, Gover, Watts, McIntyre, Sandham, Squires, Barley. Lovely set of signatures there in ink. So very pleased to have that. There's obviously many more of those I've got downstairs, but that's just a few today, just to keep it going. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that little trip back into the team sheets, and hopefully you'll find something at the next night's auction, because there's some cracking stuff in there, I have to say. The Sid Barnes auction and all that sort of stuff. Sid Barnes collection, shall I say. So some good stuff. Anyway, onwards and upwards, and I'll see you on the next one. I hope you enjoyed this one. Cheers.